How do you respond to this kind of thing?
I think we can all agree that Donald Trump is unfit to be the president. He's a disgrace. That's another shameful comment, the way he disparages people, the way he disparages women. And all of us should be ashamed that someone like that is on the national stage running for president. And that was supposed to be a roundtable where he's trying to reach out to different communities. And so, we're talking about the issues. We're focused on the vice president's agenda, particularly today for Latino men, while Donald Trump is focused on just attacking people over and over again. So he has shown himself to do nothing but just attack and attack and attack. And we got to move forward. And that's what Kamala Harris is doing today and for the rest of the campaign.
And look, there is no doubt that words matter in any and every case, right? But today's focus on Latino men by the Harris campaign comes the day she sits down with an interview with my friend and colleague Julio Vaqueiro, the anchor for Noticias Telemundo. With 14 days until the election and many states already voting, why the focus on Latino men now?
Well, first, let's be really clear. Kamala Harris has been a supporter of the community, opportunities for Latino men her entire career as a U.S. Senator, as Attorney General here in California. Obviously, we're a huge part of the population. But this agenda is really exciting. It's being rolled out today. There's a lot of components. We should highlight a couple. She's looking at doubling the amount of homeownership for Latino men to $600,000 a year by providing $25,000 in down payment assistance. She's looking at supporting new Latino men that want to be small business owners by providing $20,000 in direct loans for these business owners. She wants to strengthen the construction trades. A lot of Latino men actually make up construction trades and construction workers in this country. She has a whole agenda for that work, wants to uplift that work. And that includes, by the way, subsidizing the purchase of tools, of construction tools for those that are working out in so many projects across the country. And she also wants to make sure that we strengthen apprentice programs, that we're focusing on access to healthcare so that those of us can take care of our parents that oftentimes are part of our home and our families. And so she has a real agenda that she's rolling out today for Latino men. Obviously, she's been a candidate for just a few months here. And so every day she's putting out more policy. I'm very excited about this agenda today. We're going to continue to talk about it all the way through Election Day. And I think it's going to resonate very strongly with Latino men in particular.
You know, Congressman, when you were saying that the vice president has been supporting Latinos, not just as vice president, but also as a senator, as an attorney general, in what ways?
But first, I think it's important to recognize she has been a supporter of the community since her first day in office. I remember also, by the way, when she got elected to the Senate, her very first press conference, her very first meeting was with the Latino community expressing her support to ensure that they knew they had an advocate for health care, an advocate that would respect them in their community. I was with her in those moments. I've seen her act, reaching out to the Latino community, reaching out to Latino men her entire career. And she's championed the things that matter, supporting us as small business owners, supporting us as homeowners, making sure that we have health care, not just for ourselves, but for our family. And the one thing that's important for our community in this election especially is this election is not just about us, it's about our families. And so what we should be voting, of course, for us and our interests for our family, let's also think about our mothers. Let's think about our sisters. Let's think about our tias, ensure that they have health care, make sure they have access to reducing the cost of their insulin. And all of those things Donald Trump wants to attack and take away. He wants to take away health care for our families. He wants to take away health care for our mothers and our parents. He wants to ensure that the cost of health care rises for our sisters and our aunts and people in our family. And so I think in this election, it's important to also not just focus on an agenda for Latino men, but think about what is going to impact our families.
Congressman, there was one thing that Trump has been very clear on since day one. I mean, I'm thinking when he announced that he was going to run in 2015, when he came down that escalator. He's clear on what he thinks of the border wall, what he thinks of undocumented immigrants. And he's been clear that if elected, he would create the largest deportation force in history. Setting aside that border bill that Trump killed in Congress, how different is the vice president's policy?
Couldn't be more different. And let's think about what Donald Trump has said about our community. He has called us essentially criminals and rapists. He said that immigrants like myself and like my family have poisoned the blood of this country. He wants to separate families. He treats migrants like subhuman. This is a person that has been a no friend of the Latino community, no friend of immigrant communities, and he attacks us constantly. So as a community, we should rally behind the person that has always supported us. Donald Trump has been the most anti-Latino president, the most anti-Latino political figure of the modern era. And he has stoked fear and anger towards our community and continues to do so every single day. And so today we have a new agenda, an economic agenda for Latino men, while Donald Trump continues to attack our community every single day. And I'll say one other thing. I was just in Las Vegas, Nevada this last weekend, and I talked to a lot of Latino men out there. What they want is they want issues and agenda that's going to help themselves and their families and their parents. And so they are excited about these opportunities for themselves and their families. We're going to continue to promote them all the way through this election and remind folks the difference between Donald Trump and his attacks on our community.